Welcome to Reread. Today I'm going to go over 4 issues. Oh yes, 4 issues in the Marvel series. These are issues 60 through, I believe, 63, 64. Can't remember, 63 I think. So that's what I'm going to go over. This is the Shira story, Shira Bree story. Shira's back. She's one of the X-Wing pilots. They go to her home planet where Shira gives blood, and she gives blood and drops it on this on these bones or whatever. And she does this. This is her ritual. And meanwhile, barbarians attack them, and they duck for cover. And they're like, Bree, Shira, what's going on? She goes, well, what's going on is I wanted to. I can't remember what she said. She said I wanted to do I was doing a remembering my family, my people. They died on this planet. These nomads who are attacking us, they teamed up with the Empire and wiped out my family and friends. The whole village is gone. And so she ends up saving them, saving Luke and everyone she was the only one able to get up to their X-Wing, lays a strafing run, allowing them to escape as well. And she kind of saves the day. Now before this, she was on a previous mission with with Luke, and she gets back and she tells Leia, I really need some time off. Can you, give me the locations to the new base so I can hang out there? And she's like, well, we're not giving the locations to the base just everyone right now because we don't want it, it to get out that the Empire knows we're there. So it's the first telling sign that she is a traitor. Now after rereading it now you can tell, but back then it's very subtle. It's a little bit of foreshadowing. So if someone reads the entire story and then goes back, they realize that Shira was kind of shady all along, which I did like. I forgot that they did that in here, but I did like that. Either way, it goes to issue 61, where Shira gets a medal for her actions for saving Rex Squadron, Luke, and everyone. She's seen as a hero. She gets a promotion now. So she's very popular in the Rebel Alliance. So she's rising through the ranks here. And they go on there's a prior mission that they just did earlier that really embarrasses an admiral, and Vader could kill him, but Vader decides not to kill the admiral. He just makes him a lieutenant, and the lieutenant, the newly demoted lieutenant, is disappointed, so he's going to try to do, and this is for the next couple of issues, try to do everything he can to get back his admiral rank, which is actually a really interesting story because Vader knows he's very competent and he's smart. He just made a dumb mistake. So Vader's like, probably not going to kill you, but I am demoting you. Which is nice. Vader doesn't have to kill everyone. Sure, he does when he gets angry. This one, he's just disappointed. So he decides, this Imperial officer has a lot of pride. Let's hurt his pride before we hurt his life. And now that I think about this makes, when you hear about this guy's ending, it makes sense. His pride means more to him than his own life. So, yeah, I'm kind of getting this now. But anyway, during this TIE Fighter mission run, things get chaotic because TIE Fighters are firing on other TIE Fighters, and Luke and Red Squadron can't, their systems are down, and the beacons are down, and they don't know who's a good guy, who's a bad guy. So Luke closes his eyes and, he says, oh, this is an enemy. That's a good guy. This is an enemy. And so he's the one doing the fancy shooting as they all get away. When they get back to base, it turns out he shot down Shira Bree, and she's like in a damaged TIE fighter in space. Leia's showing the image. I don't know how she got the image, but she's showing it on the screen. It looks like, no, I couldn't have done that. And this leads to issue 62, where, Luke is all down on himself. Like he said, I don't know, I've always trusted the Force, Leia. And the Force told me that she was a bad guy. She's not. I don't know why. Maybe my grip on the Force, he's doubting himself in the Force. Again, fans are thinking, oh yeah, Luke's probably not that strong in the Force. He made a mistake. He can't be Shira. So they're doing a great job convincing the audience because Luke's upset. He's upset. He is, Shira's I'm a big fan of hers. He was kind of falling in love with her too. He said, I got to figure out what's going on. And let me go back to her home planet and see if I can find anything out about her origin. So Leia does. She kind of drums him out of the rebellion. Even though for some reason it's an act. It's all an act that she doesn't trust Luke Skywalker. So no one else trusts Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker's a pariah, and that's what the cover of issue 62 says. But anyway, he gets down to the home planet. He sees the natives again. The nomads start attacking. He's like, you people are evil. Y'all teamed up with the Empire and destroyed the city. And they're like, no, we didn't. As they start getting the Empire came and destroyed our city. He's like, wait, No, Shira lived here. Humans lived here. No humans have ever lived here. And so he's like, nothing adds up. Like, your story doesn't make sense. What's going on? And this is where the reader can probably be going, oh, what is going on? You're kind of confused too because you've loved Shira. So he puts blood on the stone or the bones or whatever Shira did. He waits, and he goes, oh, well, I guess there's nothing here. He turns around and then suddenly something pops up. He's like, no, not him. You know, cliffhanger. You turn the page, the last splash page is Darth Vader going, Skywalker, I have come for you, or whatever. And you're like, oh no, Darth Vader's back. It's just bait to read the next one. Issue 63, Darth Vader turns out to be a holographic transmission from wherever he's at. If you pour blood on this little special sensor, it's a calling sign to Vader. So, you know, it's like Shira was calling Vader. He's like, I see you've already uncovered my #1 spy. Too bad. She's, you know, you destroyed her. But because you killed her in that dog fight, now you're banned from the Rebel Alliance, and now you will be mine. No one will protect you. The Rebel Alliance can't protect you. And anyway, he kind of goes away, and Luke basically breaks into an Imperial base to get evidence that Shira is a traitor, because he needs evidence before he goes back to the Rebel Alliance. So he and Chewbacca go and find that. And this is where Darth Vader actually demotes the Admiral to a lieutenant, not the prior comic book issue. But that the instance from the prior comic book issue is the reason why that debacle led to the Admiral getting demoted. Either way, Luke gets reinstated with the Rebel Alliance, and everything is good because Shira has been shown now that she was a traitor all along. And while you think she's dead, it basically ends with her in a Bacta tank, and you know, Darth Vader saying, now more than ever, I have use of Shira Bree. And you're like, oh, she's going to be back. Yeah, for a very long time. Anyway, so I like the build. I like how Marvel built up these storylines with Shira, and with getting the TIE Fighters, confiscating the TIE Fighters, using them in future adventures too. So obviously they had a plan written out. It wasn't just kind of, you know, hodgepodge. We're just going to make them and see if they connect together. Someone had a, you know, linear idea. I mean, there's some hokiness in each one of these, but at the same time, overall, it's a very intriguing story, and it is good, especially as I'm doing my rereads. All right, folks, that's it for now. See you next time.